I don't know when Steve sleeps. I don't think he does sleep. He has been instrumental in the success of the Texas Wildlife Association, certainly instrumental in the success of the Texas Ag Land Trust, and everything he does, he puts 100% into. So this award for Steve is long overdue. Steve is one of the champions of conservation in Texas. The rest of us, frankly, pale in comparison to Steve. And I'm honored to call Steve my mentor, my inspiration, and most of all, my friend.
Steve Lewis was born in San Antonio, Texas. He attended Alamo Heights High School, then went on to graduate from the University of Texas and St. Mary's University Law School. Choosing a career in ranch real estate, Steve has owned and operated several ranches. Today, Steve is chairman of the board of Jefferson Bank. He has served as a director of the San Antonio Zoo and is director emeritus of the Cibolo Nature Center. Steve's work in the field of conservation is legendary. He was and still is a driving force in the Texas Wildlife Association and was a founding co-chairman of the Texas Youth Hunting Association. He was a co-founder of the Texas Wildlife Association Foundation and the founding chairman of the Texas Agricultural Land Trust. Today, TALT holds 226,000 acres of land under conservation easements. Steve and his wife Susan have 3 sons, Barkley, Ken, and Spencer.
Nobody has the passion for natural resources and the conservation of natural resources and attacking natural resources illiteracy. Nobody has the passion that Steve Lewis has.
The central character in my life that instilled the love of the outdoors and wildlife and cattle was my grandfather, Jack Lewis Sr. The way my grandfather treated people, he had equal respect for, chairmen of big companies to a guy digging a fence post. We built TWA from a tiny little outfit that had a difficult time finding a funding for the next quarter into a $3 million plus organization that spends, $100,000 a month in trying to reduce natural resource illiteracy, actually getting out and affecting tens and hundreds of thousands of kids, telling them, that the water cycle is not a ride at SeaWorld.
Steve has many qualities, but one of his best qualities is his ability to analyze a situation. So let me give you an example. 10 years ago, I took Steve a harebrained idea to start an ag land trust that would serve the needs of the ranching, farming, and hunting communities. Steve, mind you, had been rabidly opposed to conservation easements and land trusts. But out of respect, which is another one of his great qualities, he gave the idea some serious consideration. And once he decided he was all in. And today, 10 years later, the Ag Land Trust is the 11th largest in the United States and the largest in Texas.
I volunteered for 31 years for TWA for several reasons, but probably the largest reason is the people I met along the way. I have made lifelong friends, and somewhere through the process I've changed the way I think about many things. I look at land from a higher view I look at land stewardship, about how it benefits others. I think deeper about land than I did 31 years ago. And this journey with guys like David Langford and dozens of others has been just one of the greatest pleasures of my life.
My dad is one that's a true steward of the land, and I think all three of us can remember times hunting with him, and the deer hunting with Cease, and the grass species, and actually learning about the land and learning about the different types of grasses and plants and I guess trees on our ranch. And he was the one who truly taught us how to see it in a deeper meaning. And I think that's something that all three of us can really respect.
Something too that he started off the lessons with hunting. And so you would be out there, like Spencer was saying, deer hunting, turkey hunting, what have you. And you might be on the trail of a big buck, and all of a sudden he wants to talk about the little blue stem grass, the live oak trees, what's good browse for the deer, good browse for the turkey. And for us it was at the time saying, hey, let's go chase that big buck we just saw. And to him, he was trying to teach us something greater than just chasing that big buck. And it's something that really, to me, was a special lesson, and I'm proud that he was able to teach it to us.
Yeah, it was a great learning experience. He taught us a lot about the flowers, the grass, and all the different things you never look at when you're out hunting and stuff, and you actually look at the environment and look at and see up and close, and seeing all that was great. I mean, it was a good thing to learn in life. It's a good life lesson to learn.
I'd like to thank the Harvey Weil committee for selecting me. I really appreciate it, and I'm very honored and humbled by being selected. Thank you.
Steve Lewis, the old saying, he's a man to ride the river with. He's definitely that. You could count on Steve. His word is as good as gold, and there hardly is not a job that has to do with natural resources that he won't volunteer for if asked. It's all you got to do is say, here's a need, and Steve will fill it one way or the other. He'll either do it, or he'll help sponsor it, or he'll provide the place for it to happen, or he'll see to it that somebody else provides the place for it to happen. He's really amazing. I don't think the word no exists in his vocabulary.
So if it was work, hell, I wouldn't be doing it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 2017 Rotary Club of Corpus Christi Harvey Weil Sportsman Conservationist Award, Steve Lewis, a man for all seasons.